This late summer flow has been filmed because I want to try and raise some funds for the charity Together Rising. So I've filmed this flow. If you enjoy practicing along with it and you feel the better for it, and if you're able to make a donation, then the funds will all go to Together Rising and will help you and help me to make a difference to somebody else, somewhere else in the world. So starting in a comfortable seated position and just closing your eyes, relaxing the shoulders back and down and resting the hands on the thighs. And just starting with some nice full deep yoga breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, if that's possible for you. And you're thinking of the breath starting at your tummy, coming up towards your rib cage and right up to your collarbone, and then exhaling from the collarbone to the rib cage, to the tummy, and just engaging the abdominal muscles slightly at the end of the exhale. So just nice full breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe noticing your shoulders relaxing a little on the exhale. Maybe noticing that you feel a little bit more awake when you take that full inhale. And we're going to start to add a count to the breath. So take the count that feels comfortable for you. That might be in for 3 and out for 3. It might be in for 4 and out for 4. I'm going to count 4, but if you prefer to take a slightly shorter breath, just go with what feels comfortable. So just inhaling and exhaling to prepare, and then we're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling out, 2, 3, 4, and again, in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and just keeping that count going. Noticing at the end of the inhale, there's a slight pause before you feel ready to exhale again. And likewise at the end of the exhale, a slight pause before you're ready to breathe in again. And just a couple more breaths with this count. And one more. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to make the breath into a square. So this is known as square breath or Samavriti, and it's really nice for grounding your energy and just settling into your practice. So what you'll do is you'll breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and you'll exhale for 4, and then wait for 4 before the next breath comes. And if 3 works better for you or 5 works better for you, just go with whatever feels natural with your breath. So again, just an inhale and an exhale to prepare. And then we're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, and then wait, 2, 3, 4. And again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And just continuing with a And just taking a moment with your eyes closed to notice how you feel just after a few minutes of working with your breath. And if you'd like to set any kind of intention or affirmation for your practice tonight, then feel free to just silently repeat it to yourself 3 times whenever you're ready. And then just bowing your head and blinking the eyes open. I'm going to just move to a little butterfly out of the way. So sitting in a cross-legged position, we're going to use some Kundalini style breath work to just get our energy moving. So with your hands on your knee, you're coming forward and moving back. So you're making a circle as though you're stirring. And you're going to inhale as you come forward and exhale as you come back. And when you've got it, just close your eyes. Inhaling forward. Maybe going a little bit faster. And settling in the centre before changing direction. One more. Settling in the centre. Just blinking your eyes open. This time we're going to inhale to extend, exhale, curl back. And closing your eyes, maybe going a little bit faster. One more. And coming to centre. Raising your arms and bending at the elbows. We're twisting. So just inhaling and exhaling as you twist side to side. I inhale at the left, exhale at the right. So, and closing your eyes, going a little bit faster. Just relaxing the shoulders. And coming back to centre. Again, just taking a moment to notice how your energy is flowing. You might notice a bit of tingling. You might notice just that the energy is moving in your body. And blinking your eyes open. Joining the hands together, clasping the fingers together and pulling out the way. And removing the elbows this time. So just letting the breath flow freely. Closing the eyes and remembering to keep that pressure pulling the elbows apart. So just whenever you're ready, as much as you can, relaxing the shoulders, maybe smiling through it. A few more breaths. And settling, placing the hand on the shoulders, and then we're inhaling to the left, exhaling to the right. Closing the eyes once you've got the movement. Focusing the energy around your heart centre. And settling in the centre. Just blinking your eyes open. Placing your hands on your knees and you're lifting your shoulders up and down. And just free breathing. Keeping the neck relaxed, closing the eyes and going reasonably quickly. Just settling. Noticing again your energy. And then we're going to do some neck rolls to finish off. So inhaling to come forward, exhaling to come back. Focusing the energy, focusing the tension between your eyebrows. And then changing direction. And just settling in the centre and just taking a few moments focusing your attention between your eyebrow centre. Shoulders are relaxed and just maybe noticing that you feel a little bit more energised and a little bit more awake. And then just bowing your head and blinking the eyes open. So we're going to inhale and exhale, we're going to walk the hands forward. Just letting the head drop. Taking an inhale, thinking of taking the breath right up the back of the body. Exhale to just let everything sink down. We're going to just take a few breaths in this position. Maybe walking the hands a little bit further. Maybe letting the head drop a little bit lower. Walking your hands over to the left hand side, feeling a stretch right down the right hand side of your body. Inhaling, taking the breath into the right hand side of your ribcage. Exhaling, just sink down. Trying to keep both sit bones on the floor, just adjusting if you need to make that possible. And walking to the right hand side. Feeling a stretch down the left hand side of the body. Back to centre and walking the hands back up. Placing the right hand on the ground next to you. Inhaling, get the left hand overhead, bending, right elbow and just getting a nice side bend. Really feeling the support of the ground beneath you. Inhaling into the left hand side of the ribcage, exhaling to sink down. And then inhaling to come up, placing the left hand on the ground, inhaling and exhaling, taking the right hand overhead. Again, trying to keep both sit bones on the floor, inhaling into the right hand side of the body, exhaling. Just sink that little bit lower. Walking the hands round, pushing the hands into the floor, coming onto your hands and knees, tucking the toes, and then holding the hand like a ragdoll. So knees are bent, ribs rest on the thighs, hold each elbow and let the head drop down. Then on your inhale, think of extending the tailbone towards the ceiling, but keeping that connection between the thighs and the ribs. Inhaling to maybe go a little bit further, exhaling to just hang. Just taking a few breaths in this position. No force, just letting your body go where it wants to go. Feeling the support of the ground underneath your feet. Inhaling to maybe straighten a little bit more. Exhaling to hang low. And then just walking, hands up the thighs, rolling your shoulders and coming to stand at the back of your mat. So in late summer, we're working with the earth element being most prevalent in nature round about us. It's the time when we're harvesting all the fruits and vegetables that have been growing over the summer. And so it's a nice time to do some earth salutations or prostrations as they're also known. So we're inhaling, take the hands above the head, slight back bend. Exhaling to bring the hands down the centre line, bending the knees and bring the hands to the ground. Inhaling to walk the hands forward. You can place your knees down if you want to, and then we're lowering on the exhale down to the ground. Bringing the hands in front, palms together, and placing the forehead down onto the ground, relaxing the thighs. And it's nice here to just take an inhale and an exhale. Just really relax the shoulders and notice the support of the ground beneath you. Bringing your hands next to your chest, inhaling to baby cobra, exhaling to push back to child's pose. And just again feeling the contact of the forehead on the ground. Taking an inhale and an exhale to just let everything go. Bringing the hands in under the shoulders, rolling onto the top of the head, tucking the toes, and then pushing up, keeping the head tucked in, and rolling up, one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling and exhaling to bring the hands down the midline. And we'll just do one more of these. So we're inhaling to take the hands above the head, exhaling to bring the hands down the midline, tucking the head. Inhaling to walk forward, placing the knees down if you want to, exhaling to lower to the ground. Inhaling, hands in front of you, palms together. Exhaling, just relaxing that forehead down onto the ground. We'll just take an extra inhale here. And exhale. Bring the hands by the chest. Inhaling to baby cobra. Exhaling to push back to child's pose. And then just taking an inhale here. And an exhale. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Inhaling to roll onto the top of the head and tuck the toes. Exhaling to push into the hands and hang heavy. Inhaling to take the hands above the head, slight baby back bend, and exhaling to bring the hand down the centre line. And from here, coming to stand in the centre of our mat, and we're going to just do a couple of moves that take us out to either side and bring us back into centre. And we're focusing on the strength in our legs here and also using our core muscles to support us. So just again, that focus on building strength and returning to centre and help just build our immunity as we get to the later part of the year. So we're going to take a wider stance, feet pointing slightly out the way, inhaling and exhaling to sink down into goddess pose. I'm going to take 5 breaths here, thinking of opening the knees out, engaging the tummy, shoulders are back and down. Gaze just at the end of your nose. So just when you're ready, inhaling and exhaling. Again. I'll go for 5 breaths if you can. 3. Smiling to get you through it. 4. No clenching the jaws, and 1 more. 5. And inhaling to come up. Going to turn the left foot in and the right foot in, out and sink down. Then we're going to bring the elbow onto the thigh. Inhale to bring the arm up and over. Maybe taking the stance a little bit wider and sinking down. And again, we'll go for 5 breaths here in side angle pose. Inhaling into the side of the body, exhaling. You might want to sink a little bit lower and place the hands on the ankle or on the floor, but just stay what's comfortable for you. Call that 3. 4. 5. Taking the gaze down, pushing it into the right foot to come safely back to goddess pose. So inhaling, exhaling 1. If you want to close your eyes, 2. 3, relaxing the shoulders. 4. Maybe sinking a little lower. 4. 5. Pushing into the legs. Then we're going to bring the right foot in, left foot out. Bring the forearm down onto the thigh. Inhaling to take the hands up and over. And you can take your gaze up or down depending on what feels better for you. Inhaling, exhaling, maybe sinking a little bit lower or stay high. 2. 3. 4. 5. Take the gaze down and coming back to centre, and we'll take another 5 breaths in goddess pose. And you might feel a little bit of heat now, a little bit of tiredness in the legs, but that's all good. So inhaling, exhaling. Now you might want to raise the heels, you might not, but go with what feels comfortable or challenging. 1. 2, lower abdominals and pelvic floor are engaged. 3. 4. 5. Placing the heels down, coming back up, and just giving the legs a little bit of a shake. Now we're going to do a little bit of balance that again is going to get into the legs and the core. Your option is to use tree pose. So if this doesn't feel good on your knee or if it doesn't feel good on your hip, stick with tree pose. So inhaling, the other thing I should say is if your balance is a bit shiggly and you're going to try this, you might want to go over and just rest on the wall. So inhaling to bring the right knee in, flexing the foot, and then you're bringing it across the left thigh and making like a number 4. Should be no sensation in your knee here, so if there is, back off and make sure that the foot is flexed to protect the knee. And remember, you can go for tree pose if that feels better. So once you're set up, inhaling to take the breath into the torso, exhaling, you might want to step back. Inhaling, exhaling. You might want to take your hands a little bit lower, you might not. Keeping the gaze down. And then pushing into the left foot to come up and just give the legs a little bit of a shake. When you're doing these types of poses, you might feel a release in your hip muscles if you're lucky. So just pay attention and see if you see anything easing off and relaxing as you go. So again, choose your option. You can take the tree pose, you can go over to the wall. We're inhaling to bring the left knee in, flexing the foot and bringing it across the right thigh. Just finding your balance. Inhaling and exhaling to maybe sit back, just bringing the hands into the heart centre. Inhaling into the torso, exhaling. It might feel natural to sink a little bit lower. Maybe bringing the hands to the floor, keeping the gaze down. Pushing into the right thigh and then the left foot back onto the floor and just giving the legs a little bit of a shake here. Feels natural to let the head hang heavy, so just let our head hang for a couple of breaths. And then take the feet a little bit wider into a wide leg forward fold. So you might want to bend your knees so that your hands can come down to the floor, just letting your head hang heavy. If it's comfortable, you can straighten the legs and walk the hands in a little bit. Maybe transferring the weight forward a little, really grounding down into the feet, toes spread nice and wide. Inhaling into the tailbone, exhaling till you sink a little bit lower. Your head might even ease towards the floor. One more breath. Pushing into the hands, walking the hands forward, and we're going to come down to the mat for a couple of poses down here before we go into Shavasana. I'm going to keep this slightly shortened version of what I'll be doing with the ladies next week. So we're going to go for a butterfly pose. We're going to hold it for a few minutes. So bringing the feet reasonably far in front of you, aiming for the soles of the feet being together. You might want some kind of support under your knees, so you might want to place some blankets or pillows under the knees, resting the hands on the thighs, and really you want no force in this. We're trying to let the body just relax and let the hips ease off a little. So we're inhaling and exhaling to curl forward and just letting the back curl here, letting the head come down. You might want to place a cushion under your forehead, or you might want to let gravity just work. The hands are just relaxed, and we're inhaling into the back of the body, exhaling to sink down. Relaxing the shoulders, just noticing what's going on with your hips. You might feel a bit tight. You might like this position, you might not. Just notice what you need to do for your body. You might notice that as the connective tissue eases off, as the muscles ease off, you might notice that gravity works and your head just naturally lowers a little bit. But again, shoulders relaxed. Inhaling into the back of the body, exhaling to let the head sink down.
taking your attention to anywhere that feels a bit tight and just inviting it to relax. It's only when we stay in poses for that little bit longer that some of the deeper connective tissue gets a chance to actually let go and just ease off and let go of tension. Just enjoying being still and feeling the support of the floor. Couple more breaths. Maybe walking the hands a little bit further forward. And when you're ready, inhaling to walk the hands back up and just gently guide the knees back in, giving the legs a little bit of a shake. We're going to do a little bit of work with our core. We're going to use boat pose and a few different variations of boat pose, and you can pick the option that works for you. You can keep your feet on the floor, bring your hands to the back of your thighs and back. That might be enough for you today. You can bring the knees and start in this position here. You can come to a low boat. You can come back up to a higher boat. You can extend. So it's your option to pick one of them and just stay and breathe, or to flow between. So mid-boat, low boat, mid-boat, and then come into the high boat. So I'm going to go with that option, but choose the option that feels right for you, and try to keep the back nice and straight and the chest elevated. So, and inhaling, exhaling to lower, inhaling to come up, exhaling to extend, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. One more, inhaling, exhaling. Placing hands behind the legs, behind the knees, and bring the feet down. From here, we're going to lie back. Going to bring the arms out to the side. Bring the knees in towards the chest and roll them over. Move the microphone out of the way. Roll them over to the left hand side. Now once we're here, you might take the left hand onto the thighs, inhaling, take the right hand above your head. So just inhaling into the right hand side of the body, exhaling, sink down. Trying to encourage that right shoulder back down towards the ground. You might want to look in the opposite direction. So taking the head off to the right hand side, knees off to the left. Another couple of breaths here. And then gathering the knees in towards the chest, then rolling the knees over to the right hand side, taking the right hand onto the thighs, taking the left hand above your head, and just again encouraging that left shoulder back down towards the floor. Inhaling into the torso, exhaling, taking the attention into the legs down towards the floor. Maybe look into the left hand side if that's comfortable in your neck. And one more breath. Bringing the feet back round to the floor, bringing the heels towards the bottom, pushing into the ground, and inhaling to bring the torso up, inhaling to take the hands above the head. Keeping the chin tucked in, inhaling, pushing into the feet, engaging the glutes, engaging the abdominal muscles. Staying for another couple of breaths if you're able to. And gently coming down one vertebrae at a time. Gathering your knees in towards your chest and just gently massaging the lower back. And then finishing with a few breaths in inversion. You can go up into shoulder stand if that's in your practice, or just stay with me and just bring the legs up into the air. So hands are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed, pointing the toes. Inhaling, thinking really straightening the legs, exhaling. Just feeling the support of the ground. And you might want to close your eyes. One more breath. From here, bending the knees, just adjusting the position so that the lower back is comfortable, taking your feet and letting the legs flop out as wide as your mat, hands upturned, chin tucked in. You might want to roll your head from side to side and just taking as long as you want in Shavasana. This is where the magic really happens and where the benefits of your practice are consolidated. So no effort, nowhere to be, nothing to do. And just taking as long as you need to let your energy settle at the end of your practice. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for practicing with me, and if you're able to make any donation to Together Rising, that would be so much appreciated. And if you do, then drop us a note, and if you want the playlist that we use when teaching this class live, then I'll be glad to send on a note of the tracks that I like to use in late summer. So just stay here as long as you need in Shavasana. Namaste.